Well, good morning. Welcome to day number 11 here in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, and just on my way over to the Canelo Alvarez Edgar Berlanga weigh-in. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning here. Starts at about 12, so you've got to get over there a little bit early. There'll be heaps of people there. There's a lot of people around the foyer this morning. A lot of Team Canelo shirts, a few Berlanga shirts around as well, but this is, make no mistake, is a Canelo event. So it's got a beautiful day. We've got a nice checkered bucket hat here. I'm not going to show you, it just looks ridiculous, but I don't care. No one will remember me once I go home, so I don't really give a shit. Because it's going to be 36 degrees outside in the sun, no shade, no water, no nothing. So yeah, you got to come prepared. So let's make our way over and so we can get up to day number 11. And these people would have been here for a couple of hours, I'd say. So not that many people around at the moment. It is, as I said, quite hot, so a lot of people behind me in the shade. But once they open the gates in about an hour, there'll be a horde of people running right through there towards the stage and the best spots for the weigh-in. And it's first in, best dressed, no tickets, nothing like that. So it's a bit of a shit fight early, but there is the big crowd for Canelo Berlanga weigh-in. There's the stage up there. I'm actually standing in the shade at the moment because it's extremely hot out there, and the fact that the promoters are letting a lot of people out there just pretty much simmer with no shade whatsoever or seating or anything. I think they could do it better, but they're dedicated, I'll give them that. We're about 45 minutes away from the actual weigh-in starting, so I'm going to wait till the last minute to just make my way down to the back of the crowd there, and with a nice little zoom-in camera, I should be fine. I don't really need to sit or stand at the front gate there or front fence for an eternity to see the guys weigh in. There is the team of Canelo Alvarez coming in. Crowd has really picked up here. Pretty light on early, but wow, massive turnout for the weigh-in. And you can imagine 95% for Canelo Alvarez.
15 wins, 2 losses, 13 big wins. Coming by way of knockout, he is currently world ranked contender. Here's the colorful former champion of the world, Rolando Rolly Romero. $140 3/4 pounds, 140 3/4 pounds for Rolly Romero. 167 1/4 pounds, 167 1/4 pounds for Trevor McCumbee. And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, 22-2 with 2 losses, 13 of his wins coming by way of knockout. He is the current world ranked contender and the popular former super middleweight champion of the world, Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant weighs in the same as his opponent, 167 1/4 pounds, 167 1/4. Middleweight championship of the world. First, we present and bring our challenger to the scale. With a record of 37 wins and 3 losses, 21 of his wins have come by way of knockout. He'll be making his middleweight debut. He is the challenger. Please welcome the renowned 2-division champion of the world, Danny Swift Garcia. Danny Garcia weighs in at 156 and 1/4 pounds. 156 and a quarter pounds. And now we invite the defending champion to the scale with a record of 30 wins, 3 losses and 3 draws. 18 of his wins come by way of knockout. He'll be making the 3rd defense of his title. Please welcome the current WBA middleweight champion of the world, Erislandi, the American Dream Lara. Erislandi Lara weighs in at 156 and 3/4 pounds. 156 and 3/4.
Bebiendo mucha champaña, nunca estamos secos. Primero llego Verstappen, después llego Checo. Si Pablo me viera, dirá que soy un berraco. Usted hablando mierdillo, los míos pues no naco.
Canelo Promotions and TGB Promotions in association with Matchroom Boxing. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage first the challenger, proudly representing his Puerto Rican heritage and hailing from Brooklyn, New York. He'll be making his first attempt at a world title. Please welcome the battle-ready world-ranked challenger, introducing the chosen one, Edgar Berlanga.
Cuando tú quieres que yo te lo doy, yo te costeo, tengo los de cienes. Dale, úsame que eso te conviene. Ella se jode porque se viene. Envía video cuando no estoy jugando con él, estoy gritando que le llegue. Nadie no quiere que yo me queme. Loco lo que yo le hago, nana. Con la pista de nuevo.
Soy de Canelo. Un hombre desea a alguien en la vida, mi impresión me la dije. Póngase mi traca, suena la matraca y el corte es parejo.
The challenger to the scale, undefeated in his campaign to the ring with a record of 22 wins, no losses, 17 big wins coming by way of knockout. He is the challenger. Here is the hard-hitting, battle-ready knockout artist, introducing the chosen one, Edgar Berlanga.
Quiero vuelta, no es que sean 30. Esto parece un punto que iba para la venta. Este carteo vale un kilo de venta. Si paso por la rápida y estás en la lenta,
Edgar Berlanga weighs in at 167 and 1/2 pounds. 167 and 1/2 pounds. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is the defending world champion and the superstar of boxing with a record of 61 wins, only 2 losses and 2 draws, with 39 wins coming by way of knockout. He'll be making his 26th world title appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the reigning and defending unified super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo. 166 and 3/4 pounds. 166 and 3/4 pounds for the defending world champion.
Como talismanes del amor de.
There they are, ladies and gentlemen. It's the main event of the evening, 12 rounds. Unified Super Middleweight Championship of the World, Mexico versus Puerto Rico. Saul Canelo Alvarez versus the chosen one, Edgar Berlanga.
Thank you very much, Jimmy. Well, Edgar, you have always
always craved a moment like this. Now that we are a day away from the biggest fight of your career, being in this atmosphere, your final face-off with Canelo, what did you take away from that stare-down?
Shit, there's a war tomorrow. Puerto Rico versus Mexico. Vamos arriba, Puerto Rico a la casa, puñeta, como siempre. ¿Entiendes? Viva Puerto Rico, puñeta. Mañana de guerra. Me gusta esto. All this right here, man. It's all food for me, man. It's all food. I belong here. You hear me?
And now we are with the great Saul Canelo Alvarez. Desde Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. Saul, you have fought here on Mexican Independence Day weekend at least 5 times, but now that you are doing it again, what does this mean to you?
No, esto significa mucho para mí. Muchas gracias. Gracias por todo su apoyo, como siempre. Se los agradezco mucho y no me queda más que pagarles con una gran victoria sábado.
Well, it means a lot to me, and I'm really appreciative of all of you out here. The only way I can repay you all is with a victory this Saturday night.
That is it for the weighing. Canelo Alvarez, Edgar Berlanga, and gotta say that was tough. I still don't know why they have these things outside. It was very oppressive. People just pretty much on top of each other. I'm absolutely drenched at the moment in sweat, and I think everyone around me was the same. And I couldn't actually believe it that after Garcia and Lara weighed in, Jimmy Lennon announced that there would be a little intermission before they brought out Canelo and Berlanga. And this is, you know, for people who have been here for 3, if not 4 hours, sort of waiting to get in and standing in the sun. So, yeah, not a great situation. But look, I'll be honest with you, I just wanted it to be over. It was not the most easiest of days, but the things we do. But anyway, that is it for that, and now we just gear up for tomorrow night for the big fight. So find a few things to do today. I've got to get something to eat though. It's about 2:45, and I haven't had anything to eat yet, so I'm going to go and see what we can find. Luckily, I had a 1 litre bottle of water with me, which has come in very handy. So anyway, we'll get something to eat. Have a chill, and then see what else we can get up to on episode 11. So I'm just outside the Excalibur again. It does look a lot different during the day, but you can see out there a lot of people don't realise or forget is that Las Vegas is in the middle of the desert and lots of hills surrounding the city. Probably see out there. I'll try and zoom in a little bit more. There's the mountains out there, and pretty barren out that way. You can see down below there also just construction here that you just get used to when you're here in Las Vegas. There's always something going on, either on the roads or on the casinos. Actually, those freeways over yonder are absolutely pandemonium most times. And I've just got to give a little bit of love, as always, to the MGM Grand, probably my favourite hotel and casino, even during the day. Alright, so what we're going to do next is, because I'm your friendly tour operator or tour guide here in Las Vegas, we're going to go down and check out the Luxor, which is the pyramid, and also the Mandalay Bay. But rather than walk it, because the old calves are a little bit sore, I've got a bit of a dodgy knee as well, we're going to catch the monorail. So just a nice way to get down there, nice and cool and nice and convenient, and it's a fair way down there, so obviously makes sense. So let's jump on the monorail and check it out. There it is, the monorail. little bit of a wait, but let's see if we can jump on this one. There is another one over here, but see if we can jump on this one. And this is the Mandalay Bay. We'll start here, we'll work our way back to the Luxor. If you watch my videos regularly, you'll see that my last trip here actually stayed here at the Mandalay Bay. Very, very nice casino and big, but it's a long way from the action, which is why it's better to get a monorail there. And if you're a fight fan, which I'm guessing you are because you're watching these videos, you're probably very familiar with the Mandalay Bay. It's been home of some of the biggest fights in the last couple of decades. Not so much anymore, although there has been some recent fights here, but back in the day, some massive fights with particularly Oscar De La Hoya. Probably the biggest fight was him and Felix Trinidad here. But there used to actually be there was like a fight shop or something here, from memory. But not so much anymore. But a pretty cool casino. And we checked out the statue of the Brown Bomber Joe Louis the other day. Well, there is the greatest, Muhammad Ali. Not quite sure what it's made out of, but how good is that? A great tribute to, in my opinion, the greatest heavyweight of all time, and probably in the top 5 pound for pound fighters of all time. Well, this is something I've done a couple of times. It is Michael Jackson's One. And I think I've seen it 2, maybe 3 times. Now, I'm not normally a Michael Jackson man, but the performance by Cirque du Soleil, whatever it is unbelievable. That's one of his jackets on display. And here is the foyer to the show and the gift shop. Alright, now just because I'm an extremely good guy, I'm going to take pretty much a 40-minute walk, 20 minutes down, 20 minutes back to the Las Vegas sign. I cannot bring you along on my trip to Las Vegas without showing you the Las Vegas sign. Now, just a heads up, it's not going to be the same because it's not night, so it won't be lit up. But yeah, we have to go down and check out the sign. You can see way down yonder the lights are, if you can see that. The traffic lights are past that, so it's about a 20-minute walk down, 20-minute walk back. But hey, what else you got to do on a nice sunny day in Vegas? Alright, here is the Las Vegas sign. Now I'm not going to line up for a photo or anything like that because, as expected on a Saturday afternoon, there is people everywhere, but there it is, Las Vegas sign. And what a lot of people aren't actually aware of is that it's right next door to the airport. So if you get a plane to Vegas, it's literally about a 5-minute drive to the Strip. I think these are all private planes over here. And the bigger airport is over yonder. They also have helicopter tours from here as well. Now this is something I've been past many, many times, never been in or even thought about going in. This is the Pinball Hall of Fame. Now apparently it's supposed to be very cool, so hey, the day's young. I'm just on my way back to the Strip, so let's call in and see what's happening at the Pinball Hall of Fame. Now I haven't actually played one of these since I've been about 13 or 14, but it's apparently supposed to be very good. So, yep, let's go in and see what all the fuss is about. Alright, so we're greeted by old Zoltar. And there's many pinball machines here. That's what it says at the front. Got a lot of other games as well. I wonder if they have Galaxy in here. That was always my favourite. Wow, there are some very old vintage pinball machines here. I've got the Rocky one here. I'll have a look. There's AC/DC there. I wonder how old all these ones are. Wow. These bring back a lot of memory. There's Punch Out. I used to love that game. Frogger. Very cool. Pac-Man over there. Oh no, it's Junior Pac-Man. Yeah, I used to spend a lot of time in these places as a kid, and I feel sorry for the current generation who has to sit in the lounge room and play the games these days. Because it was more of a social outing as well. I'm sure this one's popular too. Kiss, maybe Playboy as well. But yeah, it's a very, very cool place. And if you're looking to tie the knot while you're here in Vegas, there you go. Little Church of the West Wedding Chapel. Lots of wedding chapels in Vegas. That's a pretty cool little one there. It's not actually where you get married there, by the way. There's a little room down the back here, or a function hall. See some bridesmaids down the back, or either just getting ready or finishing up. It's not by Elvis, I'm assuming. It's still, if you want to tie the knot while you're here, then these places are everywhere. Whoops. Must be an Aussie who didn't know they're on the other side of the road. Now, I showed this last time I was here, but I'm walking past, so I thought I'll just quickly show it again. This is where the music festival was playing on the night of October 1st, 2017, when a gunman opened fire with all sorts of weapons from the Mandalay Bay. Right up there. Can't remember exactly what floor it was, but up there. And I always tend to come and have a look at this when I'm in Vegas. I don't know why, but it just always draws my attention. I just can't believe that how easy it would have been to shoot people from in there. They had nowhere to go. This here is the Luxor, aka the Big Pyramid. And I stayed here last year with my good mates, Uncle Ronnie Picken and Jack Dilks, for the Andrew Maloney Junto Nakatani fight. There were two blokes on the undercard. From memory, their names were Devin Haney and Vasily Lomachenko, but I was at the MGM Grand. It was pretty cool. So let's go in and I'll show you around. Yep, I'll take one of these, please. Wow, how cool is that? Yep, and this is inside the Luxor. Check this joint out. And from memory, the meeting point was just here. Shout out to Uncle Ronnie and Jack, aka Top Rank Boxing official photographer. We had dinner there one night when we were here. Really good food. I don't think Uncle Ronnie really appreciated it too much, because I think after he ate here, he might have spent a couple of days in his room crook as a dog. Can't take him anywhere. Here is the Titanic Architect exhibition. Done that numerous times, but it looks like it's closed today, so I won't be doing it today. But have a look around here. This will give you a little bit better scope of this casino. There, it is completely open ceiling, and they're all rooms up there. and the lifts go diagonal, if that makes sense. And definitely ahead of its time, back when it was built, I think about 30 years ago. So, very unique experience going up and down those lifts. Just love looking at the strip from this part of town. Right on dusk at the moment, so unfortunately it's not dark, but it is a hell of a sight. This will have to do. It looks even better at night, obviously, but I think it just gives you the best view of Vegas. Now this is the Tropicana again that I showed in a previous episode, but just getting up a little bit closer to it. Just amazing to think that that's just a shell now, and how many people have walked through those doors, not just there but down the back. It's all going to be replaced by a baseball stadium. Pretty sad when you think about it. It's been there for about 70 years. Alright, home sweet home. Back at the Park MGM, nice and cool in here. It's been a big day. So I'm going to chill for a little bit and work out what I'm going to do for the rest of the evening. Alright, well I've gone against my golden rule of Vegas, and that is that I never ever step foot in a taxi or an Uber or a bus or anything on a Friday or Saturday night in Vegas. That's fireworks, by the way, don't get excited. But and the reason I don't do that is because it is absolute pandemonium on the strip, and it took me about an hour and 15 to get from the hotel to where we are now, which is Fremont Street, and it should be about 20 minutes, and it took me an hour and 15. It is absolutely nuts. So this is a dedication I've got to all you out there, to show you what's pretty unmissable here if you come to Vegas. We all talk about the modern Las Vegas. This is old Las Vegas. So this is called the Fremont Street Experience, and I can tell you, when you come here, it's exactly that. It is an experience, and you'll see why. Alright, so let's get into it, and I'll show you around the sights of Fremont Street. Crazy place. You see all types of people here. There's a whole different vibe to the normal strip, but in a good way. That's what Las Vegas is. It's made up of all different types of people, but this is more the what would you call it? The hillbilly redneck. I shouldn't say that. It's probably just not very nice, but this is probably the best way to describe them. I've got to be careful I don't film any performers, because then they'll have their hands out for the tips. So in a way, I actually like these casinos a lot better than the ones on the main strip. They've just got so much history, so much character. That's the Fremont Casino there, that's the Four Queens. Over there is the Binions, and above here is the Golden Nugget, which I'll get a better look at in a sec. But so much character, these casinos. It just has a whole different vibe than the new strip. And there's the Golden Nugget over there. One of the oldest casinos in Vegas, and if you didn't know, this is actually where Vegas started. The new strip came after this one. This is why they're all so old and very retro. here is something that you'll recognise. It is the Cowboy. It's famous here in Vegas. Not lit up tonight though, we're not sure what's going on there, but it's the famous Cowboy. This casino looks familiar. It's because it was made famous in the movie Back to the Future 2. This was Biff's casino, right here. Now in 2016, myself, Brian Butler and Gage Island all come here to this hotel, casino. This is the D. And Gage come and fought in the car park out the back on a big Roy Jones Jr. car. Getting in well in the ring, but what an experience for him. That is a slip line going that way. I think that's what it's called, the slip line. You can go over the top of everyone. Nothing is off limits here in Vegas. It's crazy. If you want another only in America moment, check this place out. It is the Heart Attack Grill. And you can see there people getting weighed. If you're over 350 pounds, you eat for free. And the burgers in there are, well, hence the name, Heart Attack Grill. Full of fat and oil and the most unhealthy burgers you can possibly eat, so that's what makes their business. And if you don't finish the food, you get spanked. See in there the people eating, they wear doctor's gowns, and the waitresses wear nurses' uniforms. So very, very bizarre place. And this is sort of just off Fremont Street. There's still plenty of bars and clubs and restaurants. Really happening part of town. Can't believe how busy Vegas is tonight. And it's going to be worse tomorrow night with the fight, the UFC. Apparently there's a couple of concerts on as well, so it's going to be a crazy night. So as you can see there, that is a nuts place, and tonight was as nuts as I've ever seen it, but in a good way, Everyone in a really, in good spirits, plenty of really good music being played, so I didn't want to get the hell out of here and get back to the hotel. I'd probably hang around and party a little bit, but apparently it's going to get really busy in about an hour. With all the concerts and everything finishing, so I'm out of here, get back to the hotel, have something to eat, and get up to my room. It's too much for an old fella like me. Alright, and a nice way to finish off the night. Classic cheesesteak, a cheese steak, and fries. What a day. That was brutal today. I had to do the video up here in my hotel room because, quite frankly, I am sick of people. It's been a big day around crowds. Look, this is Vegas. you know, obviously going to be a lot of people around, especially with the fights, and there's UFC, and there's a Pink concert tonight or something as well. Plus there's a couple of big Mexican bands here as well. I'm not quite sure who they are, but obviously being a Mexican holiday, people everywhere. But I've just had guts full of people today, from the weigh-in to Fremont Street to the Strip. It's been a big day. For someone that's not a big crowd person, it's been tough. But anyway, as I said, it's Vegas, and you got to accept it for what it is, and a shitload of people come here, and it just seems tonight it's just one of the busiest nights I think I've ever seen here in Vegas. There is people everywhere, and tomorrow night will be worse. So anyway, so I've made a beeline to my hotel room, relax for probably half an hour or something, then hit the sack and ready for a big day tomorrow. But I hope you've enjoyed episode 11. Tomorrow's fight day, so probably the biggest day of all. So yeah, looking forward to that, and I'm sure you guys are as well if you're watching back home. So have a good one, and we'll catch you for episode 12.